Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm Lady Nika. Girl, look here. Ooh, I'm gonna have to start watching the Queen Supreme Court and the after show on Tuesdays because trying to stay up at night to watch that child. See, Tuesdays is delivery day, so I have to be there to sign off, right? And I go in. I have to be to work at 4:30 on Tuesday mornings, and I won't be going to bed until like after 12, trying to make sure I catch everything that goes on the Queen Supreme Court and the after show and all of that. Girl, I need to start. I'm gonna have to start watching that shit on Tuesdays, cause trying to do it on Monday night along with Love and Hip Hop too, girl, I woke up late. Tuesdays is my earliest day to be in. It's my shortest day as well. Girl, I anyway, y'all ain't come to hear all of that. Let's talk Love and Hip Hop. Hollywood season 5, episode 12. Now I'm going off the dome. If I leave anything out that you feel is important, y'all put it down in the panel section. We can talk about it down there. 'Cause girl, shit, a bitch 40 plus, them brain cells don't work as good as they used to. Okay, so this episode starts off with the girls still in Paris. Okay, I mean in London. Now, Nikki baby done went home. Remember, Moniece is back at the house as the girls are out sightseeing, and they say she upset because people been eating her damn cereals, and she hadn't been able to get her son Cam on the hotline bling, and she kind of in her field. So the girls are going out, the remaining girls, to sightsee, and the conversation comes up that Moniece has to pick a side. Because they feel like now that it's been alleged that K. Michelle is quote unquote talking about Tiara's business, and if Moniece want to remain friends with Tiara, she's probably going to have to pick a side. Dude, I'm a grown ass woman. If I got two friends and they don't get along with each other, I'm not picking no damn sides. When I'm with one friend, we're not going to be discussing the friend you don't like. And when I'm with the other friend, we're not going to be. I know how to have friends with be friends with two bitches that don't like each other. That's fucking ridiculous, okay? So, that happened. Then we go back to L.A., and we see Apple Watts going down to the church. I said, oh, she done gave her life to God. Come on, Jesus, get her off the pole. But no, she's going to meet up with her father. And when she gets to the church, she tells him about her signing a contract for Sean Love to be her lawyer. Her manager. Now, Daddy was saying she need to be careful, and maybe she need to get her lawyer to overview the contract before she actually signs it, right? And in that moment, I'm thinking, okay, he really is showing that he is interested in being in her life now, and he really cares. He trying to make up for years lost. I was here for brother then. Then I seen brother had a confessional. I said, come through, Daddy. Bitch, Daddy done made it. Daddy got a whole confessional, bitch. I said, all right. So in the confessional, he's saying basically he don't want her screwed over, and that he's going to go and talk to Sean Love himself because he wants to make sure that his baby girl ain't getting a short end of the stick, right? Because when they were in the church, she basically told him she got this. She, don't worry about her, she good. And then she went on to tell him, next week I'm going to have to go and turn myself in and do 30 days on this DUI charge. See, I would have only had to do 3 days, but I had to go to work that day. It was court day, so I didn't go. And because of that, now that 3 day then turned into a 30 day. I said, what kind of fucked up decisions do she be making in her life? Girl, I would have missed work that one day to make sure I ain't got to go to jail for 30 days, but that's her, okay? So then we see Jay Will going on over there to see Mr. Ray. He's still in his feelings because Mr. Ray told him that he wanted him to perform in L.A. Pride, but not as Jay Will. They want Miss Candy. And he feeling some kind of way. So he claimed like he was going to tell Mr. Ray a thing or two, but when he gets to Mr. Ray's destination, he's in there apologizing to him and whatnot for how he reacted to Mr. Ray saying that they didn't want Jay Will, right? Mr. Ray goes on to tell him, and guess what, bitch? That girl, La Brittany, I done spent this money, put her name all on the flyer, got her set to perform in Pride, and she not going to be here because the hoe over in London. And Jay Will says, well, to her defense, I must say it's not her fault she had this odor. But I'm here to fix it. See, this is why some of you people from the Instagram fame, the Tumblr fame, and the Vine fame, y'all don't need to never get on reality TV. I've said it many, many times that a lot of these people don't need to be on reality TV because it gives us a glimpse into who the hell you really are. And it could fuck you up. In his case, it did because, see, online Candy's funny to me. But on this show, Candy's a mess because why you steady coming at that girl about her body, you know, having an odor and how many miles of whatnot you think that she has on her puss? Why are you so mad when it was your fault that you the one invited her down there to audition for Pride and you came in there with that sad, conscious ass rapping that you do when you the persona Jay Will and not giving the girls candy, candy, candy? Because at Pride, they don't want to be depressed. They want to have a good time. So they want your loud colors. They want your flashiness. They want your flamboyancy. That's where that shit is supposed to happen there. You was trying to give them something that was going to bring the crowd mood down, and Mr. Ray simply didn't like it. And not for nothing, La Brittany put on a better audition than you. So my thing is, what the fuck is you mad for, and why are you talking about this girl? Mr. Ray ends up inviting him to come on and perform in Pride, and he said he would come as Candy. But in confessional, tell us that he gonna come and deliver for Pride, but afterwards he gonna get Mr. Ray all the way together, his eyebrows or something like that. And I said, see, more shade. When a motherfucker look like how Candy look, you need to know your place on the food chain, for real. Some of us are beautiful. Some of us are there to support those that are beautiful. And baby, you not beautiful, okay? You not. So, back over in Paris, the girls meet up to have their final, you know, night out or drink together or whatever before they head back to the United States. And when they sat down, it was very clear Tierra Marie had an attitude. Now, Monique is there, and she's saying basically, oh, yes, another scene I got to tell y'all about, too. At this particular scene, she's saying that, you know, she done made peace with Brooke. We're going to talk about how she made peace with Brooke. She said she done made peace with La Brittany, and now she would like to clear the air with Tierra. But Tierra got an attitude because, see, she feel like Monique ain't being a real friend to her. She told her, you know, I think I'm going to have to just back up on this, getting support and everything from you because you're friends with a girl who claims to be about women empowerment, but yet she's kikiing it up with my abuser. Then in the confessional, she says that she don't appreciate Monique talking shit with Kay about her man. And when she said that, everything I saw about her at the beginning of this season, I now strongly feel like, and you can't tell me no different. Tierra knew that damn sex tape was going to be leaked. She was very much a part of that entire situation. What pissed her off was it didn't go the way she wanted to. But she knew about it. Because, bitch, if this man is your abuser and he's dead to you and all of this, why you in confessional calling him your man? So Monique at that point realized, you know what, Tierra toxic. So she tell her, you know what, I was thinking the same thing. I'm going to just let you do you and I'm going to do me. And then Tierra, you know, I know that they say you from Detroit, you know, what up, though? But, bitch, you know, Detroit bitches get beat down, too, right? I don't know what kind of medication they got Monique on this season. But you can see Monique is doing everything she possibly can to not have to go off and snatch a big bitch, grab a hoe. She doing everything she can to make sure she ain't got to snatch a bitch, grab a hoe, because she don't want to be out on this TV acting no damn fool like that for these cameras. She ain't getting paid enough for that, okay? So Tierra tells her, if I hear that you and K. Michelle running y'all mouths about me, it's going to be a problem. And Monique said, I know you ain't talking to me. She talking about, yes, I'm talking to you. And Brooke, as messy as she is, Brooke will have a point. Brooke, like, you going to get mad at your friend and break up with her over her friend saying whatever it is that she wants to say, or hanging out, or cheating with your, what you call to be your abuser. I felt the same way. What is you mad at Monique for? Now, let's backtrack a minute because I forgot a scene. There was a scene after the sightseeing incident where Brooke and Bridget were on their way to a photo shoot for Bridget. In the car on the way there, Bridget mentions that she invited Monique to come out, and Brooke wasn't really feeling that, but she said that she gonna have a conversation with Monique, so it kind of eased the tension between them, because she feel like Monique is feeling some kind of way about that session. Well, Bridget asked Brooke, did you record that song? She said, I went in there and sung it, and yeah, Rockstar want me to record it. And I was here with Bridget when she said, that's messy, B. That's messy. So we get to the photo shoot, and Bridget doing her thing, and up comes Monique. Brooke asks her to walk off. Can we have a conversation? So when they walk off, she tells her, look here, girl, I feel like maybe you may be feeling a certain kind of way about me, and maybe it has something to do about that studio session. And Monique told her, yeah, I did feel like at the studio session that you were being a little bit, overbearing and abrasive with me, but, my situation was what it was. Brooke stood in that girl's face and said, well, I'm going to be honest with you, Monique. I really didn't think that you were actually having a medical crisis. I felt like you felt some kind of way because you were off that day in the studio. Now, girl, let me tell you something. Again, Monique is on some good damn drugs, honey. Not drugs, drugs. Because that would have made me snatch that bitch over into that river or whatever the hell it was behind them. I probably would have been trying to snatch that bitch right on over there. That is messy as hell to say, but Monique she held her composure. And I believed in my heart that Monique may have been having a bad day as far as her vocals, but she also had an issue with that medication change, because this is the third time this girl has repeated what her reasons for what happened at the studio. She had a medication change. She was feeling a little bit off the day before and that day, and it overcame her. I believe that that's what happened. It is what it is. Brooke goes on to say, well, I sung your song. And Monique wasn't surprised by that. She said, Brooke gonna tell her, well, I didn't think you liked it anyway. Monique said, well, actually I did. But since you recorded it, that's fine. You go ahead on, and everything is cool. Monique paid the shit. She paid it. She didn't give it nothing. And I appreciate that in her. You can see that she's trying. She's really trying. That's why I am Team Monique this season, because Monique ain't trying to have no drama. She really ain't. So, let's go back over to the United States, honey, and we see Daddy Apple meeting up with Sean Love to question her about what her intentions are, and Sean Love want to know what you plan on doing to help out, because, see, I just spent thousands of dollars securing a contract with her, and I'm going to have to get her up to par. You over here asking me these questions, Daddy, but what you willing to put in on it? And he was like, what do you mean put in? Like if, like in partnership with you or what? And I was like, partnership? Sean says she got to get her hair together, her teeth together, her, got to get her whole aesthetics together. Daddy said that ain't got nothing to do with him. Well, if that ain't got nothing to do with you, Daddy, why are we talking? Oh, we talking because you want to make sure she don't get screwed on this contract, because you are trying to make sure you're trying to use her, huh? That's what I got out of it. Daddy don't give a fuck. He just want to make sure that he can ride some kind of way on there. And for you to tell Sean Love that she needs to Google you, and you got four other daughters in college, and this supposed to be your baby girl too, why you ain't helping her like that? Why is she still down to the stripper pole doing her thing? Why is she around here looking like she looking? Why is she and her children still, your grandkids living in the fucking hood, and if you got it going on like that? Daddy proved to me on this episode that he's there for the money. He trying to make her come up some kind of way, and I'm so glad that Apple Watch did not want him involved in her situation with Sean, and I'm glad Sean let his ass know. Then the man had the audacity to say that he wasn't, like there's a possibility he ain't the father. Well, if you ain't her father, what the fuck was you on this season for? Why we was down to the counselor's office? See, you wonder why this girl is messed up. This is how men have done her. You may not want to have sex with your daughter, but you're trying to come up off of her. And I felt so bad for her when to hear him say what he was saying last night. And I was here for Sean when she said, you running up in here talking to me about a girl that you now saying that you don't know that you the father of. Well, here, you need to go on down there to your nearest Walgreens, CVS, Walmart, what's and ever the fuck closest to you. Get that kid swab and let your next move be your best move. Go find out. Because what you sitting up here talking to me for is really a waste of my time. Because I done signed with Apple, and I'm a helper. But if you ain't going to be a part of the helping process, don't be a part of the hindering process. Get the fuck out of my face, and I was here for that. I was here for that. Silly ass girl. Okay, so let's come on back to the United States now, because when we get back to the United States, we see Moniece meeting up with K. Michelle. Now, while she meeting up with K. Michelle, right before the meeting, Brooke had a meeting with Akbar. And Akbar basically told her, look, let me tell you something. I don't know what kind of games Tierra running to y'all, but I didn't even know we was broke up. He said right after she did that press conference with Lisa Bloom, her lawyers advised her not to even see him anymore, but she took a flight out to Texas to see him, and he provided Brooke with receipts, bitch, in the form of flight itineraries as well as a video of him taking her to the airport, picking her up or whatever, and them kissing. He said that Tierra still wanted to be with him. She just wanted him to get rid of the other women. So all of this shit that she been spewing is utter bullshit. He tried to hit on Brooke as well, but it ain't nothing, because she ain't with that shit. Okay? So let's go back to the meeting with K. Michelle and Moniece. Moniece is telling her little girl Paris was tripping. Paris bust up in my room in the middle of the night drunk to Ellen me to call you since you say she is such a bad friend. And at that point, Brooke shows up at the lunch, right? Introduced Brooke to K. Michelle. And then Moniece goes on to say, look, when we was in London, it was these reporters that came to do an interview with Bridget, and they said that you were on your Instagram live kikiing with Akbar. And because of that, Tierra kind of coming at me sideways like I got something to do with that. And I was here for what Kay said. Kay said, first of all, I don't know Tierra Marie, so I don't owe her anything, right? She talk to who the fuck she want to. Secondly, that when I did meet up with the man said that he didn't do it. And so I don't know. This is when Brooke says, well, I just met up with Akbar. And girl, Akbar say him and Tierra was still messing around after the press conference and provided receipts. And she went to showing K. Michelle and Moniece those receipts. And it's at that moment, Moniece said, you know what? I'm starting to rethink this entire situation. I'm starting to now believe Tierra knows more than what she's saying about this situation concerning Akbar and this leaked sex tape. She already had figured it out, girl. She had figured it out. So now, we're going to see how they're going to handle that. Now, let's go to L.A. Pride, because we over here having us a good damn time, all 13 of us. And Candy's on that stage doing what Candy does, and afterwards, he decides to thank Mr. Ray and also put Mr. Ray on blast, saying that Mr. Ray was not allowing him to be himself, and himself is Jay Will. Mr. Ray told him, let me give you a crash course on LGBT activism. See, I've been doing this since 2006, to be exact. I'm a part of the reason why people like you, little gay men, are able to pop pussy in a motherfucking pride with no problem. I, Pride is about having fun and being upbeat. Jay Will is not that person. And maybe Jay Will is a good artist, but not for pride. See, what you need to do is you need to thank me instead of trying to embarrass me or talk crazy to me about how I told you what was required for this particular event and what you was giving was not it. And made him look all kinds of stupid and shit, right? So he walks off because he got egg on his damn face because you done came at one of the, I guess one of the pioneers of the being an activist for the LGBT community, and he done read you your rights. So now you gotta take your funky orange hair wearing ass on somewhere and figure out how to get you your best life, right? So let's go over to this meeting with K. Michelle and Paris. They meet up and basically Monique said that K. Michelle said that she wasn't a good friend. I don't remember that being that way. I remember you bringing it up all the time. And that's the same thing you did when you went to your little movie audition or your movie, I guess day one of filming for this movie you in with Amara LaNegra because she was on there and you brought up K. Michelle. You keep saying that K. Michelle has destroyed your career, tried to destroy your career. But this entire season, you are the one that continuously brings up the fact that K. Michelle outed you for unauthorized use of her credit card. Girl, regardless if it was 50 cents or $50,000, you had no right to use this woman's credit card. That was not a part of your job description to use her credit card. I don't know why people can't seem to understand that it don't matter if it's 50 cents or $50 or $5. Don't put your hands on my money if I didn't give it to you. I didn't authorize you to swipe my card, but yet you did. So you're wrong for that. So when she meets up with K. Michelle, she runs that game. And basically K. Michelle tell her, look, Paris, how long you going to keep trying to avoid it? It is what it is. Well, you almost ruined my career. Kay said, basically, look, I only told you what it was, Paris. You used my card, and it wasn't right. It was only $50. Oh, bitch, Kay came bearing receipts. Now, I don't know how authentic those receipts are, but it totaled out to a little over $300 altogether. This girl had been using Uber services off of K. Michelle's card. And K. Michelle basically said, I can't do thief. And she went to get ready to leave. Instead of Paris leaving alone, a guilty conscience will make you react. She throws a drink on this girl and the cup. Now, if K. Michelle hadn't just got out the hospital 2 days prior to that, you best believe she'd have shook the tables with Big Girl. Big girls can get their ass whooped too, okay? You out here acting a complete damn fool to the point where security has to take you out of the venue, and this woman is running down each and every one of these charges that you put on her credit card that was not authorized by her. Now, I don't give a damn again if it was $5 or 5 cents. If it wasn't yours, you had no right to put your fingerprints on it. You had no right to authorize her card for your use. You were out of order for that. And you can't get mad at that girl. And you better be glad that girl had just had surgery 2 days before, because I don't think that Kay would have just took you throwing an ocean of drink in her face like that. I don't believe that. Then you going to tell her that she miserable. That woman says she ain't miserable at all. But you still a thief. And you going to call her a fake-ass Keisha Cole and tell us that you starring in movies. Girl, you probably co-starring in something that ain't going to really be that big at the box office at all. And really, you just need to let this shit go because you wrong. But that's pretty much all that happened down there to the Love and Hip Hop Hollywood on last night's episode. I'm sorry I came through late. I tried to have this up early. But like I said, a late start, a rough start to my day. But I will see you guys back. The next review will be the Have and Have Nots. You all have a great remainder to your Tuesday, and I will see you on camera real soon, honey. I have to use this shit sometime because sometimes I ain't in the location where I can actually let y'all see the ambiance behind me. So that's what this is. But girl, let me know what you think about that. Ain't this a goddamn shame that this woman is really making it an issue about this credit card when K. Michelle ain't really made it no issue? And don't you think that sometimes these personalities need not to come on to reality TV because when they do, it kind of exposes them for who they really are, and they ain't very likable motherfuckers. Let me know what y'all think about it all, honey. And let me know what you think about Tierra. I am convinced now Tierra she knew exactly what was going to go on. I mean, hell, if you tell that man, I'll take the charges off for you, if, I'll drop the charges if you get rid of your women. Instagram, bitch, get on Instagram. You'll see a whole lot. That's why that man's females was wanting to beat her asses because they knew that she had did that. Ridiculous, girl. Just ridiculous. Anyway, that's it. That's all, guys. I will see you back tomorrow for the have and have-nots. Y'all remember the depth of your struggle will determine the height of your success. In the meantime, in between time, please rate the video. Ratings get me noticed on these YouTube streets. Comment in the panel section. Let me know what you're thinking about this season so far and the questions that I asked earlier. If you are over here and you have not subscribed to the channel, go ahead on and take a moment to subscribe to the channel and hit your notification bell so that each and every time I'm on these YouTube streets talking, you will be notified that I'm here and you can come over and join in the conversation. I'll see you guys later. Peace.